GM fam, we are live with Value Vibes podcast where we talk about NFTs, the drama, the love, and the vibes with your hosts Zircon and myself, Phil X Contreras. What's up, Zircon? What's going on, man?
Everything just fine, Phil. You can see by my voice that I sound a little bit strange today. Yesterday was Argentina's match. That's why my voice. But we're here. We're not gonna talk about football. We're here to talk about NFTs and stuff. I'm really good. I'm seeing some pumps, some decent pumps this couple of days. We talked about
Yeah,
Sharkify. We can talk about the gods. Taiyo oil's pumping again. I was about to buy some Taiyo oil, the 10-liter gallon, when it was about 28, I think, and they pumped to like 35. So I missed my opportunity, but it is what it is. I'm happy that the ecosystem is still going forward after the FTX thing. I love that we are like starting to leave the FTX drama behind and keep going. And happy to be here to talk about NFTs.
right. Yeah, same here. I'm just looking around on what's going on. A lot of things happening. We had Taiyo doing some strange stuff, and we have some doxing meta that happened. Coral Cube getting into the game, and some Porsche stuff as well. So I guess the first thing, I don't know if you heard, but Taiyo has gone into a different direction. Did you see the news on that one? Because it's kind of
Yeah,
nuts.
yeah. Yeah, I've seen the news. I've seen that Tayo's trying to bring some kind of OnlyFans here to the NFT ecosystem. I don't know how they're gonna manage that. I mean, as always, it's the easiest way to go on Web3 is to just grab something that is already working on Web2 and give it the spice on the Web3 side to make it work. I don't know exactly how they're gonna do it with this adult industry thing. I don't know what they could add because the thing I always said about these companies that try to bring Web2 things is that they have to bring something that they cannot do on Web2, and that's why they are bringing it to Web3. But I don't know exactly what Tayo's gonna do with this market. I don't know how it
Yeah.
works, so we'll see.
So the latest news right now is that they made a clear statement to us all saying, since people struggle to read, Taiyo is not a porn company. Graphite Ambition is not porn. We are creating a sub brand, not Taiyo, that will launch a porn product and accept graphite payment. We'll feed revenue back into Taiyo from the sub brand. Read our infographic. So, in a way, they're still creating a sub brand of the adult stuff,
Yeah.
and I guess they just wanted to clear up that Tile is not actually that adult stuff, but there is a sub brand to it. So
Yeah, yeah.
it's kind of hilarious on what's going on there. Definitely an interesting move with OnlyFans, like what you said. They if there's a lot of things people can do. Am I into that stuff? I'm not into OnlyFans, but I think it's a pretty cool idea. We'll see where it goes. Tile is pumping the regular tiles, but Tile oil is
Yeah,
still
yeah,
kind
yeah.
of the same right now. But yeah, interesting news there. So on other stuff, did you see the doxing that's going on?
Yeah, I think, well, this all started with Frank. He was gonna get into an
Really?
interview. I don't know if he actually did it yet or not. He's gonna do an interview with some guy, and apparently on that interview he was gonna dox himself. But as I mentioned to the people on the Discord, I thought that he might do it before the interview, just because if he docs during the interview or for the interview, the focus on the interview was gonna be more on Frank being doxed, than the actual interview. And as always, Frank don't like to move things from the real and important things. So he decided to dox himself before the interview, and as he dogs, like a lot of people started doxing themselves. Like Kevin, I don't know if you know Kevin the Gods. He
Yeah,
apparently had
kind of.
worked for Outlook and Yahoo, so he's a big guy, and we never knew about him. about him being that guy. And I
Right.
don't know. I don't care much about the dogs thing. I mean, we've seen people like multimillionaires being dogs for a while, like Elon Musk. So it's not that I care that much. As I always said, I don't like when people ask them to dogs and they give like stupid reasons why not to dogs, because there's always that feeling that they are like hiding something.
Yeah.
But being dogs or not, that's I don't give, I give extra points on transparency, but I don't give extra points on building or stuff just for being dogs. Or like if you are dogs, you are gonna be like more reliable, because we've seen it many times that people like even dogs with all their mages and their rocks. So it's the same thing. That it doesn't secure anything to be doxed actually.
Yeah, I feel like we're in a new phase right now with Solana. Before we were before like doxing was the thing. Like I mean, not doxing was not the thing. The people were still building. This was still secretive. There was a lot of rugs, a lot of unknowns, and right now it just seems like the time to level up to the next phase, like Ethereum. We had many people on there as well who dox themselves as Ethereum grew. Eventually, when you're scaling, at some point you're gonna have to be known. So
Yeah.
uh, a lot of people are now starting to do that. There's still a lot of people who are undoxed, which is fine as well. But it is definitely an interesting route for Solana, where the level we're going now. And overall, I think it's a great thing. It was gonna happen as he was
Yeah.
scaling. So overall, some good stuff right there. But yeah, in other news, we have some infight with Coral Cube and Hadeswap. Now, Coral Cube is Magic Eden's AMM. As far as the AMM section, you have Hadeswap that's basically doing their AMM protocol as well. Now, have you seen the UI on Coral Cube?
I've seen it a little bit, not tried it yet, but no, haven't make much research on the AMM on Coral Cube side. I've seen how HateSwap works, but I think the only thing I've seen is that someone made like a lot of soul through the tubes pool, but that's the only thing I've seen on Coral Cube.
Yeah. Well, a lot of the liquidity is provided by Magic Eden.
Yeah,
So, with HateSwap, it's completely decentralized because the liquidity is coming from the actual users,
yeah,
and that's the difficult part is that you have Magic Eden here that's basically bringing this product up, and not just that HateSwap. I love the decentralized portion of it, but
yeah,
again, you have Magic Eden that's pretty much controlling the market. They have 94% right now, and they have a Coral Cube AMM at 2%, which is basically what they're at now. It's 97% of the whole volume in Solana. That's crazy. I mean, when
yeah. That's
when we
insane.
first talked about this, Magic Eden was like at 85%, and even with the Coral Cube AMM being announced, and then now you have HateSwap at 1.76%. So just observing this, this is gonna get quite interesting. There's gonna be more AMMs coming up, I'm sure, and
Yeah,
this battle is gonna keep on going. But overall, there was Twitter that basically there was something that Coral Cube basically pretty much they hit on HateSwap, a little nudge, and some people did not like that because HateSwap is innovating, they're building out in Solana, and someone you have Coral Cube that basically just like copy them and then nudge them for it. That wasn't
yeah.
really cool in my opinion, but
No, no.
um that's them. That's usually them what they do.
Yeah, it's. I mean, we've seen it before with Magic Eden. Magic Eden copying Famous Fox Federation. Every single tool that Famous Fox Federation drops
Yeah, that's
for
a
the
good point.
community, Magic Eden absorb it and add it to the UI on their own platform. So they have done it before, and that's the ugly thing of competing with these like millionaire companies, because there's nothing you can do that they cannot like copy and add to themselves. It's really hard to bring something new that it's actually impossible to copycat or to add. or because Magic Eden is gonna find a way to do it because they have the resources to do it. So it's really really hard to compete with these companies, but you have to do it anyway and try to innovate and try to like now with Hadeswap, show the people that you brought the idea to the actual ecosystem, and even though everyone is copying your product, it's your idea and you were the first one to bring it up to the table. And the cool thing on HateSwap that I think it's like the most important thing is that it's decentralized, as you mentioned. People, even though it's not that important right now because we are still growing on the ecosystem, but it's important to be already decentralized, because people like that. It's just the way it is. People from Web3 like the world decentralized on their own products. They don't like the control is on big
Yeah,
companies.
because pretty much like you are the marketplace. You are your own
Yeah,
marketplace, and you get
exactly.
the fees from your own marketplace. So it's like Magic Eden isn't competing with HateSwap. Magic Eden is basically competing with you, with me, with all these
Yeah,
small little markets. Like, quote, we're all markets in HateSwap. We're all small little tiny street vendors to
exactly.
like McDonald's or something. So yeah, that's some interesting point. Something that you brought up with famous Fox Federation. I mean,
Yeah,
you take a look at what's the other project? It was Blocksmith Labs when they came out with the whitelist tool that was quite
yeah,
amazing. When that started coming out, and Magic Eden saw that, it wasn't really such competition. But then when people started using that product, then Magic Eden came in. And what's the scariest part is that they didn't just come in; they just built it quick because they have the money to do it. They have the
yeah,
developers to do it. So they just literally just like took that and like built it really quick, and they're like, oh, we have this now, boom. And that's the crazy part. It's like, so like you have all these small little projects now. Like, if they do come out with a good product, Magic Eden would just take it really quick and just copy if it works. So
yeah.
some crazy stuff going on, but overall, other than that, there is some other stuff that I saw. Porsche is coming out with supposedly an
Ooh, yeah.
NFT collection. Have you heard of this and what they're doing here? Because I just recently just found out that.
Yeah, I'm on the same page as you. I've heard the rumor, and apparently it's gonna be a thing. They're gonna drop a 7.5K collection, but haven't seen much about it. I don't know if when how they're gonna do it. If it will have some sort of utility or it's just gonna be a collectible. I don't have much info on the Porsche side of the story. I think it's pretty new. I think it has a couple of days. Yeah, it has a couple of days, but we'll see. I don't know if even it's gonna be on Ethereum. Okay, because I didn't know in which blockchain they were gonna launch the actual collection. That was one thing that I was missing.
Yeah. Man, I was hoping it was Solana, but yeah,
Yeah,
definitely looks like Ethereum from that EPET Porsche.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
But yeah, that's I mean overall for Web3, that's bullish. The
Yeah,
the more people we can bring in, the better, and then the more eyeballs we have, not just in EVE on Solana. Because again, like I started off in Ethereum, and I started off in Ethereum because I heard news like this, and then I decided, oh, let me dab in Ethereum, and then I did, and I started in derivatives and noodles instead of doodles, and next thing you know, I found Solana, and it was
yeah.
through Ethereum. So like this is great news because you're gonna have people like me or like you who are gonna go into Ethereum, and then they're probably gonna find their way into Solana at some point.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's Ethereum. The cool thing on Ethereum is like it's a good bridge for people that aren't into NFTs or maybe into crypto in general. I mean, I started with Ethereum, not exactly NFTs. I started mining Ethereum, but it's like the bridge for the most common bridge for people from Web 2 to come to Web to actually coming to Web 3. And even though I don't trade much on Ethereum, it's always cool to see these big companies launching projects. It's really really good for the ecosystem.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Now, uh, the other thing I did hear,
Yeah,
Phantom. But did you see the news on Phantom?
Yeah, yeah. We were. Well, I think
We were guessing
it
it.
was.
We were
Yeah, yeah.
guessing
We're
it.
guessing, but it was like the 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 way to go was Ethereum. They actually surprised me with adding Matic and Polygon. I didn't see that coming. And one thing
Yeah.
that I noticed is that it's the Instagram logo there. I don't know if you checked it. I don't know if
No,
it has
where?
to do on the actual check on the Phantom trailer.
Oh, okay,
There,
okay. Let me.
I think it's second 15 when
Okay.
when they show the logos. They show the logo of Uniswap, OpenSea, Magic Eden, and Instagram logo. Check it out.
Ah, yeah,
Let's
yeah.
after this here.
S- So, oh
See?
yeah, I see it. Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. So basically, oh my gosh. So they're gonna be basically really pushing it into an Instagram with
Yeah,
Phantom through
that's
Ethereum.
yeah, that's one thing I noticed, and no one talked about that. That was, I mean, we're seeing the Instagram logo into the size of Magic Eden and OpenSea. I mean, we know OpenSea and Magic Eden, but everyone on the world knows Instagram, and we're not talking about it. We know
Yeah.
the news, but it's this that this means that they're actually gonna push through that direction, and it's not like just something like the Twitter hexagon thing. It's gonna be something. I think it's gonna be something big.
Wow, that's dude. What's that? Oh man, I forgot what's it called. MetaMask. Yeah, MetaMask. Dude, they're.
Yeah,
I think they're done, man. I don't think. I don't think there's. I stopped using it a long time ago. Like once I saw Phantom, I was like, what the hell is this? It felt like completely going from like iPhone 4 to like iPhone 10. Not iPhone, but maybe
yeah,
iPhone 7. Like it wasn't like a one jump, it was like a three jump. And
yeah.
just them adding Ethereum gonna be completely insane.
Yeah, yeah. I really love Phantom Wallet. I think the only thing that I thought it was like a limitation for Phantom to become big was this that happened this week. Because I love Solana and I love the ecosystem, but we have to understand that the big guys are on Ethereum, the actual big guys. So if you support Ethereum, you're gonna bring all those people that love NFTs to actually see them on their wallets. That's the cool thing on Phantom. You can, because it has NFT support, you can check your NFTs inside your wallet. You don't have to go to OpenSea and see your profile to actually check your NFTs. And you can see your NFTs inside your phone. If you're with a friend, you can just show them your Phantom wallet and show them your NFTs, and you don't have to go to like OpenSea and do all that stuff to just check your NFTs. That's the. I mean, it's so it sounds so dumb, but it's so important that you can check your actual assets and see them on an app, and I think that's the way to go with Phantom, and we'll see. For me, it's gonna be a competition between Phantom and, well, now Backpack, if XNFTs are a thing
Oh,
actually,
backpack.
to
Yeah.
see if Phantom actually innovates and add these dApps into their UI on the wallet. But I think it's gonna be somewhere over there. Maybe Phantom is gonna be like the mainstream thing, just because they have support for Ethereum. I don't know if XNFT has support for Ethereum already,
Yeah, they
but
do.
if okay, so it's gonna be around there. It's gonna be between
Yeah.
Phantom. I think the actual battle is gonna be between Phantom and Backpack.
Yeah, XNFT backpack has right now Ethereum, Solana, and Polygon and Binance.
Oh, the
So
Binance NFTs.
yeah, yeah.
I always forget that
Uh,
Binance has NFTs.
I know you were in Binance for a while, so
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, it's completely definitely something for you. Like you used all those chains, so like it's like all in one in this one backpack. It's gonna be pretty cool for you as well.
Yeah, the one thing that I always criticize Binance Smart Chains for, mostly the devs, was that we were on all these kind of games and stuff and using NFTs, and no one brought a wallet where you can actually check your NFTs. I mean, your NFTs were a code line, and it was disgusting to just trade NFTs, but you couldn't see them on your wallet. You have to enter the game and check them there, because there
Yeah.
was no wallet that support NFTs. I always hate that because there's no wallet at all. I mean, even with the actual NFTs that came out from Binance, there were code lines. You couldn't check them like visually on your wallet. You could see the token, like for example, it said it was a Cristiano Ronaldo token, for example, and you went to MetaMask and you have a CR7 and 1, and that means that you have the NFT, but you
Yeah.
couldn't see the actual NFT.
Yeah, Terra Luna was like that too, and like I had to log into the actual uh I forgot what the websites were called, but yeah, from there you were able to see the NFTs. But yeah, that's crazy. But yeah, so in other news, is there other NFTs that you're looking at in the secondary market?
Yeah, on the secondary market, I'm not looking that much. I'm more checking the actual prices of stuff just to see how the ecosystem is behaving. I've seen that tubes just skyrocketed to like 240, I think. They
Yeah,
they have a new ATH right now. That's insane. I didn't see that coming.
and
Tubes
use as
already at
well.
150. The gods pumping like crazy after the actual Frank Docs. I think they're at 250 as well. Every of the good projects are pumping. I'm happy for that because that means that people are still bullish and believing on the Solana OGs and the Solana builders. Taiyo, the gods. Well, Famous Fox is pumping as well. Not as hard, of course, but they are pumping, and I'm really really bullish on that. I love that people realize that we're not going anywhere. That was the I think that was the one thing that concerned the most, that maybe Solana was actually gonna die and debts were gonna move, because just if when Frank threw the stone of maybe considering bridging to Ethereum, I think everyone started like going crazy because they actually thought that if the number one builder moved from Solana, Solana was gonna die, and I think that actually changed after all this drama and stuff, because they keep building. Soulboard Tom had proven once more that he's here on Solana to stay and to build, and I'm really happy for that. I'm not checking much of the secondary market, much more than what I just told you.
Yeah.
I'm seeing how the market behaves still, but I'm focusing more on some mints that are coming this upcoming days, just to see how not I'm not really gonna mint every single one of them, but I want to see if people are already willing to mint stuff, or if they're gonna be a little bit more cautious and wait. Today I think we have a project called HumanX that was being developed for a couple of months, and I want to see how it goes, how it does on the actual NFT. The actual Twitter name is HumanX underscore NFT. There you go.
Yeah,
That's the one.
yeah, this I heard of this one as well. I'm also on the same page. I'm gonna wait on the secondary market and see how this does. I do
Yeah,
think this is a little bit too much for this type of project
yeah,
at
yeah,
this
yeah.
time frame. So you know what it says, 6 SOL here for public, whitelist 3 SOL. I mean, I could see this like at 1 SOL or even less, in the
Yeah,
secondary market. So I'm just gonna play it safe,
yeah.
just like you,
Same
and
here.
just wait, patiently wait, because there's other projects out there that are in the same price I think are even better. Like I think zombies are probably more worth it, and not financial advice, than human X.
Yeah,
So other than that, like I'm finally looking at some things. I know like it was about maybe like last week or 2 weeks ago. I
yeah,
was buying just I was buying Lunar. I bought a Metaplex. I bought some experiments, and I traded them in and out. And after that, like there was too much green. But now we're finally seeing some projects in the watch list that are in the red. You got ABC finally going down to 42,
yeah,
and because it was at 50, and that was because of this whole volume situation that's going on right now, because they're now doing like 1.7, I believe. But uh, other than that, there's other things that I'm looking at, which is let's see, you got brains, which is not much, but just some interesting ones that I do see. Saga Pass is another one, but this is more risky, I would say.
Yeah.
Saga Pass is basically Solana Mobile's NFT, and there's no news about this. The only news
Yeah.
that we have is that you get like direct access to their, the first come type of like announcements, and supposedly maybe some airdrops. That's all I know. Very risky, but I am waiting for this to hit at least 2.5 Sol, and I might just get one just to play the rumor when that phone comes out. I do think some of these will pump at some point. So
Yeah.
that's the main one right there. Claynosaurus is still the same. It's at 20. It's at 23 right now. It hasn't really moved. So I'm
Yeah.
still just waiting on this one.
Yeah, starting to range around. I'm really happy that they actually are above 20, just because it's a 2x. It's still a 2x on people that mint it. That's really really good for the actual project, even though it's not that much on terms of money. But we're talking about a solid 2x for people that are still holding. So we haven't seen that in a long time. So it's really really good.
Yeah. Now here's one of the main ones that Soul investors talked about.
Yeah,
Sharks.
sharks, Sharkify.
And I guess from what I understand, Soul investors sold some of his NFTs.
Yeah, I think for what I've heard, so investor already sold all of them because he started buying like at 5 point something.
Yeah,
So he
yeah,
was
he was
really
talking a
really
lot.
profitable.
Yeah, yeah. He was talking about this for a very long time from the
Yeah,
get go right here, and he was telling us on the show about this whole program that they're putting out, and then finally the news came out, and then this thing went up 8 Sol, and it
yeah,
just seems like it's finally starting to fall down a little bit now. So
yeah,
that's
yeah,
an
yeah.
interesting one right there. Now the other one is zombies. What do you think of these? Is there anything that's gonna come out with this one, or or what?
It's really tough to see what's gonna happen with zombies. I think, in my opinion, once the first season of brain eating ends and they start giving the prices, they might get some attention because the prices were really really good. But since they are not gonna give them till the end of the season, we have to wait till that time. I'm surprised that brains didn't pump because we all know that they have to be burned in order
Yeah,
to be eaten by the zombie, and that surprised me. I thought maybe brains were gonna pump a little bit harder once the supply started going down. I don't know how much the supply is right now. Maybe people didn't burn their brains. Maybe they decided not to go there and get out of the project just because of the actual financial situation in the ecosystem. But I don't know. I think we'll have to wait till the end of of season one to see how it moves, to see if they innovate and bring something else to the actual gamification, and we'll see how it goes from there. But
yeah.
I don't see it going down further, but I don't see it pumping like crazy as well. At least
Yeah,
on my
they haven't
perspective.
made an announcement since November 23. This was the
Yeah,
last announcement, which is basically the feast. I
yeah,
did feed my zombie. I bought 2 extra ones just to trade it around here. But yeah, the I think once they're doing something right now. I don't know what it is, but the announcement's gonna come
yeah,
in. I do think that this is gonna probably pump a little bit past 1.50. My plan is to sell somewhere around there, 1.50 to 2 Sol on 2 zombies. But we shall see where it goes. The one thing I am pissed about is Elixir Ovals because
yeah,
I think I was telling you like I was waiting for this thing to go back down to like 6 Sol,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
and or the 5 Sol, but it never happened. It still kept going up.
I talked to a friend a few days ago, and remember what we talked about these ones because he bought a Claynosaur he minted a clean and sold it. And he didn't swap the Solana. He told me he was gonna just like keep trading with Solana. I was like, I want to buy something expensive. What could I buy? And I told him, he told me, I want to buy Elixir when it was around like 9, I think. And he told me, what you
Yeah.
think? And I was like, I mean, the thing on Elixir is I think they're going to definitely pump, but not right away, at least not that much, because they have to build things that take really, really long time. That's the thing on Elixir. They have a cool product, but they need to build it and develop it, and it takes time. I mean, we have to be the holders have to be patient in order to see the actual apps working. So I told him that he could wait and I don't know if he bought or not because of my decision. I hope he did buy anyway because it pumped, but I'm not quite sure if he did buy or he decided to wait.
Yeah. And the thing is for me is like, if something like this that happens, it's whatever. I mean, like, there's so much going on right now with other projects, and like you can't pick them all, right? You just can't pick them all. Like, I wish I had all these NFTs. Like that's my thing. I want everything, but like sometimes like, man, I can only pick one of them out of all the like juicy NFTs that I could buy. So
Yeah.
I didn't pick Elixir at that time. I got a Lunar. I got a Metaplex, which all were fine. I got experiments, which I also traded off. Um, but yeah, you just you couldn't pick them all, and I couldn't pick Elixir. I wanted to, but
Yeah.
there you go.
There's one project. I don't know if you heard about it because it's kind of new, but I like the direction
Oh,
they're going. It's called Plantoids. I don't know if you've heard
oh,
about it.
okay.
It's doing some sort of zombies meta with the waves. Haven't heard much
Oh, is
about
this?
them, but there's like these tubes. That's what you meant.
Oh, okay. So you're saving the planet, removing CO2. You're fighting the climate change. You're tracking your contribution. Is this it? Is this the one?
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one. You can go further down. They're moving on these like batches thing,
Yeah.
like just the same way Brains did. And I don't know. I've seen someone shared it on the actual Discord. I don't know much about them, but they are followed by HGE, so I'm keeping an eye on them.
Yeah. HG Soul. You got Victor Dow. You got General Soul. You have Ricky. Charful Monkey's on here. You got Ice and Patty. Okay, it's not a bad bunch for mutual following. Yeah, it's interesting. Now,
Yeah,
I'm gonna look into this further and see what they're doing.
yeah. I'm gonna do the same thing. I just saw they released like one batch like yesterday, I think,
Yeah,
and I'm gonna keep an eye on them just in case, so I don't I that so it doesn't happen like with the brains again, like same
right.
story all over again. I'm gonna keep an eye on them. I was just willing to share the info just in case anyone knows something about them, or if you didn't know about them, just to check an eye on them and see if they are worth it.
It's
Maybe it's nothing. Maybe they're
um,
just dropping
it's
NFTs.
maybe it's more like on the social um sentiment of it. Like it's not gonna make people money, but it's like to help the environment. So that's why, like, already looking at that really quickly, that's what it feels like. Like people are, want to follow it. People want to, do a charity on
Yeah,
that
yeah,
type
yeah.
of project, which is nice as well. So yeah, that definitely seems interesting. But yeah, in other news, we still have what's that project called? Subber, still coming out with their mint,
Yeah.
and we have Simple Labs that's coming out with their mint as well. So two projects that are kind of big, and other than that, there's not other many big mints on Solana.
No, I think most of the mints just delayed because of the situation of the ecosystem. I'm surprised that no one. decided no one have the audacity to just drop it once Claynosort mint out and made a 3x. Like, okay, we're minting this week.
Yeah.
Everyone just was like, okay, Claynosaurs did well, but we're still gonna hold just in case. And no one, some of them, yes, but not big projects or projects that were really, really. I was looking forward to mint at least. I mean, we always have these kind of degen things or things that are not bringing anything like really, really innovative like HumanX. I mean, their main thing, yeah, they're gonna mint out maybe probably, or maybe they will reduce the mint price. But I'm talking about like the big ones, like Claynosaurs, like um like Toy R Us or this kind of project Neatables that we mentioned that are really really big companies that are coming to the ecosystem and that they delayed the mint just because of all of this. I remember a project called Project Omerta run by the Seoul Council, I think, that they delayed the mint like for the last couple of months, and we don't know anything about them. We don't know if they're gonna mint anytime soon or if they're actually gonna mint because that could happen as well. That they decided not to mint at all just because the conditions are not there.
Yeah. Yeah, and but what's the crazy thing is that there's more actual better products coming out on Solana with NFT mints. Like
Yeah,
before, they were all, majority of them were just rugs.
yeah,
But now like everything kind of seems legit. So that's the kind of the odd thing about that right there. But yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
other than that, is any last words?
No, I'll just say the to people to focus on the things that are coming up these upcoming days to see if there's any news because everything seems too quiet in my opinion. I always like to say that when we have these times where everything is like really really quiet and nothing is happening, something big is gonna happen. We've seen it before, like everything was quiet and all of a sudden Claynosaurs came out. They did really really well. All of a sudden Frank decided to dock, so we're having some big hits these upcoming days. So I wouldn't be surprised is if we keep getting some interesting news from actual builders. Like we've seen this news from Frank, we've seen news from Phantom. So things are happening these upcoming days, and I don't see the end of the year being this quiet for much longer. I think that we're having some big news on the upcoming days.
Yeah, some good words right there. For me, I mean, I would say I'm looking into projects right now. When there's quiet days, it's the time for me to go into and buy whatever I like. I don't tend to like buying when there's noise and there's hype. And as you can
Yeah,
see, that's been the strategy with the greens and reds here. So eventually, there's gonna be a bull run, and when that bull run happens, I don't want to be the one chasing it. I would rather
yeah,
just have the bags ready, and that's basically my last words here. So if you guys want to make sure like you want to see some more stuff from Zircon, follow his channel on Twitch, join Value Vibes Discord below. You can get into his channel. Do you know what the actual website is with Twitch?
oh yeah, you can find me on twitch.tv /circonsole. You can find me there. I'm streaming every single day. Normally, I would just open stream at around 19 UTC and talk about NFTs, things we trade, things that are happening on the ecosystem. I try to bring news, just the way we do it here, but kind of in a more relaxed environment. We just hang out, hear some music. I hear to what people have to say about things. I let people just pump their backs a little bit. I always have someone that, oh, check this project out. Oh, check this one out. So I
Yeah,
let you do that kind of stuff. I don't really care much about checking projects, even if they are like really really bad. I like that people like to share their stuff, and and see what's going on, because as always, you cannot cover every single thing that is happening. So it's always good to have some extra eyes out there on the actual jungle, so you can see if you're missing stuff or not, if you're in the right direction.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. We both come here together to talk NFTs with our own backgrounds. I have my own personal channel, which I mostly concentrate in the secondary market, and so like we bring those styles together into this podcast, and then we just combine it and talk everything about NFTs and with Soul Investor as well. A
Yeah.
lot of alpha. So make sure you guys join the Discord as well. So if you guys want to talk with us, chill with us, we're there. We're happy to talk to you all. So overall, guys, much love, and like, subscribe, comment, and peace.
See you next week, guys.
See you next week, Tuesday.